What is going on, YouTube? Welcome to a new video. It's December 12th, Thursday, day before my birthday. And this week has given me a little bit of a deja vu from last year, exactly at this time. It's just not been a good week. But today I tried to make something different. I made a video recording of my trades. And unfortunately, I made a big mistake. I started listening to it back. And unfortunately, let me show you guys what happened. If you listen.
Results, though, I would not be shocked if we did short, or if we did go lower, I should say.
As you could hear, I have a effect on my voice with my little Rodecaster Duo, and I didn't realize that till afterwards. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm just gonna replay the trades back and kind of go through them without any sound. So I'm gonna mute that. So I'm taking my opening range trade, taking 3 contracts with 28 ticks. So I'm changing it from 2 contracts to 3 contracts. I realized that a lot of times when it does work, it works right away like it did here. So the stop loss is going to be tighter when it comes to the tick size. However, the risk reward is going to be much better. So risking 750 and making around $400 when I do win. So I think moving forward, that's going to be a lot more efficient. So that was trade number 1. It's been quite challenging with the opening range trade. Last couple of weeks, I did lose on it roughly 3 times in the span of 2 weeks, which is quite a lot. And of course, the 15-minute opening range trade also failed me a couple of times. So it's been a very tough week, especially on Tuesday, which I'll make another video about that. Just couldn't stream that day, and I think that was my biggest mistake, not being able to stream. But obviously, I didn't have that much drawdown in the account left, but we'll make a video about that, or I'll talk about it on stream next time I go live. All right, so that was trade number 1. And then I will be scalping a little bit as well once the market settles here. Yesterday, I scalped quite a lot, and it definitely made a big impact. Yesterday, I traded 1 account, and it definitely had a big impact on how the day went based on scalping. So it does, it adds up quite a lot. I'm already up 624, just 2 extra scalps there. But then let's go to the 15-minute. So it took a while. This is already after 10 o'clock. It took a very long time today for the 15-minute opening range trade to set up, and eventually it did set up, and it is going to win, as you could see based on my P&L down here. So I get entered using 2 contracts now instead of 1 contract on the 15-minute opening range trade. So another big change there. And here I thought I was going to lose. I was quite baffled because last week this trade was 5 for 5. I lost on the opening range trade at 9:30 a couple of times, 3 times last week. This week, it's been backwards. This trade has failed me on Monday and Tuesday, but the opening range trade won. Yesterday, the opening range trade lost, but this trade won. And luckily, today is going to be my first day in the last few days that both trades win. I've never lost on both trades in one single day. However, it's been going back and forth where if one trade wins, the other one loses. Therefore, that's why I'm trying to increase my risk to reward on the trades. So with this trade now, I'm going to take profit early here. Just had a little bit of I was kind of scared that it's going to bounce, which it actually is going to, which I was at first glad that I took a partial. So the loss is going to be cut in half, and I would still have a green day, even though if the rest of the trade went against me. However, it's going to reject the 15-minute low, and it's going to come right back down. So it's not going to be too much of a painful trade, but taking off that partial definitely minimizes the amount of risk on the trade. And I think the total loss would have been like 250 on the trade if I did end up losing on the remaining contract. But it ends up hitting the target, and I am up 996 on the day, which is much better. It could have been a little bit more. Obviously, it could have been a little bit over close to 1100 if I wouldn't have taken that one contract off. But the overall concept is the change is going to be that I'm going to be more aggressive. I think playing safe just didn't get me anywhere. Playing safe with the accounts just let me keep them for the longest amount of time, but it didn't let me get to payouts. And I think trading for me always has been taking the risk, right? If you don't take the risk, you're not going to get anywhere, in my opinion, especially the way I do things. And that goes to life in general. So playing it safe, yeah, I had the accounts for a month and a half, but didn't get me anywhere. It was just going back and forth. Versus here, if I'm more aggressive, if I get over the safety net, it's going to be much easier going forward. Obviously, I'm not going to do as many accounts for now until I get some payouts. I might try to activate them, activate more accounts on before the end of the year, just for tax purposes. You add up the fees this year instead of getting started with fees early next year, and then you could deduct it for 2024. So that's the plan, but just have to keep pushing. It's been very tough. It's been complete opposite of the beginning of the year, and I'm trying different things now to be more focused on the opening range trades and stuff like that. But then I realized that it's still choppy, and I have to add scalping back into it. And I think with scalping, I'm able to get a little bit more profits. It's a little bit riskier, but obviously I do have to stop out. I do have to take a $750 loss. So it's not like I'm going to lose an account in one trade, but it's still going to be interesting moving forward, just to be a little bit more aggressive, at least until like $53,000 on the account. I need 3-4 days of close to $1,000 in profit. And then after that, it should be more of a smooth sailing. Maybe I could split the opening range trades where I take the opening range trade on half the accounts, and then I'll take the 15-minute opening range trade on the other half of the accounts, and maybe scalp on Tradeify or Top Step accounts, something like that. But initially, I have to do it on all accounts just to be more aggressive and try to get to to bigger numbers on the accounts, get over the safety net, and get over the trailing drawdown. The trailing drawdown is annoying, let's put it that way, until you get over it. So thanks, guys, for all the support, especially in Discord. And I'll be back live maybe tomorrow for my birthday for a little bit, or I'll just go back live next week. I'm not sure. I've just been super busy. Tuesday, I didn't stream. I actually made a video recording of Tuesday. So I'm going to talk about that. I'm going to break it down, what happened on Tuesday. It was not a good day. And again, nothing really happened on Tuesday that was super, it wasn't like I went on tilt or anything. It's just the accounts didn't have a lot of drawdown. So when I lost on the trades, there was just not much I could do. And then I continued to trade to try to save the accounts. And of course, we continued to dump, and I couldn't. So with having so many red days, I was actually surprised I was able to survive that many red days without losing the accounts, which was a positive. But at the same time, it was quite annoying. And now it pushes me forward to kind of make those changes where I realized, again, just to rewind, opening range trade, when I take it with 2 contracts, I'm making $250 and I'm risking $750. Most of the time, if the trade loses, it doesn't matter. You know, it doesn't matter. It goes against me and loses. And it's not like my stop was too tight. So I realized if I use 3 contracts and I add a couple more ticks of profit, I'm going to risk 750 to make around 410, which is a much better risk reward. And the results should be almost the same. There might be a couple instances where if I use 2 contracts, maybe I wouldn't get stopped out and it wins. But most of the time when it wins, I don't even go, you know, into drawdown or too much drawdown. So I think this is the way to go. And then same thing on the 15-minute opening range trade. Instead of going for a $250 profit with $750 risk, now I'm going for a $500 profit with $750 risk. That means the actual risk or stop loss is cut in half as far as the ticks go, because now I'm taking 2 contracts instead of 1. I'm still risking 750. But that could change as soon as we get over like the safety net, right? Once you get over the safety net, then the 30% stop loss increases with your balance. So we'll see if I'm going to adjust to that. But for now, just a crazy week. Had an electrician in my house on Tuesday, therefore I couldn't stream. Then I had meetings, quite an important meeting on Tuesday actually. Maybe one day we'll talk about that. And then yesterday I just focused on evals with CPI and just an amazing day for evals because we just went straight up. So that was good. I had a really good day on my PA account. I made like $1,200 on the PA account after losing on the opening range trade. I lost $750 on the opening range trade and I still made $1,200 in profit. Scalping and then the 15-minute opening range trade worked as well. So that's good. I got my top step payout at least, so that's a positive, and not much, but at least something. And just keep pushing forward, guys. All right. Thanks for tuning in, and I'll see you guys on the next one.